Today I'm going to show you around 3 or 4 ideas as to in which ways you can use your cave painting hole in your zoo. The cave painting hole was added in Zoo Tycoon Extinct Animals, and as you can see, this guest is uncovering some of the cave paintings, or indeed drawing herself. And the cave painting hole is one of the most expensive amusement buildings you can build. It unlocks around 4 to 5 stars if you're playing on challenge mode, as you can see I am. And it's a very cool building because you can use it as a wall. That's the #1 idea. We can even place a wall almost inside of it, but you don't need to do that because this acts as a wall itself. So you can separate 2 different exhibits using the cave painting hole. You can test it, by the way, with the zookeeper if you try to assign. As you can see, it doesn't actually select. It selects it outside, but the inside is a different exhibit altogether. Here, as you can see, I had this idea where guests walk through this cave painting hole and they get to a whole other small exhibit viewing area with canopies. And I want to place some cave lions after here to keep with the theme. I also placed some caves right next to this huge cave. I don't know, it kind of made sense to me that cave lions could sleep here, and it's like a whole cave system. 2 other ideas I've had. Here we have, this was my initial idea, ignore the marker inside, I was testing the limits. When you place down a cave painting hole, just make sure that there's enough space. You have to leave at least 2 spaces, so this is 1 space and another space, so guests can walk through here, or animals if you are weird like me. This inside exhibit was 1 smaller, and this marker couldn't walk through here, which is why I tested it with an animal instead of the guests. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Even though you can place items in this area, you see here these torch posts, these little tundra posts. Animals and guests cannot walk through here, so make sure there's at least 2 spaces, and there's 2 spaces here as well. So anyways, one of the ideas that I had is I've had a bridge go through here, and a car ride, a jeep ride, actually went up here and then down here. If you want to have a bridge above the cave painting hole, it has to be quite huge. So you see, you cannot place the smallest bridge. You cannot place the smallest bridge, or the one after, or indeed the one after. It has to be at least like 4 tall, if you get my meaning. And then after that you can, just do like a downward, kind of like this, and then have a car go up through it, or something, something else, whatever your idea is. And the final idea that I wanted to show you is you can actually lower the cave painting hole. Now, it's one of those items that is very annoying in Zoo Tycoon 2. And let me show you. It automatically lowers everything around it, even these small rock caves, as you can see. Sometimes it's very annoying, and it's hard to sort of even it out because it does that. This is a thing in Zoo Tycoon 2. But with this method, also before I forget, sometimes this cave gets stuck and you cannot actually alter the terrain anymore. What you have to do in that case is destroy it and then buy a new one, unfortunately. But anyways, in this case, you can have maybe like a lower bridge and then lower it here and then have guests go above it. That's actually a cool idea as well that I've had. Something above the cave. And then you could make it nice and even, so Just a second. You can lower it properly so guests can, you know, go down here, and then the cave is underground almost, like, you know, you cannot have underground in Zoo Tycoon 2, but it's a really cool idea that I've had. Obviously everything here is broken because just lowered it. You can use a rock to even things out if you need to, or anything large that sort of affects the gates. So here we go. These were 3 or 4 ideas that I've had for the cave painting hole. Here we don't even have it. I just thought it's really cool. And you can also use the blue whale hole, which is similar. I think it's a bit longer though. So there you go. Let's clean this up. It's a bit better. But yeah, it's a really cool building. I really enjoy working with it, and you shall see it in action in my next series called Zoo Tycoon 2 Antarctica. This has been Two Siders, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.